Are Microsoft and Nintendo working together?
Well, we're waiting.
Well, we're going to find out all this and much more on this episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, yo, yo! What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates brought to you by DigitalCrackNetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305, and with me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
How's it going?
Well, for a Monday, not bad. Not bad.
I mean, I hesitate to say the same thing because I sit here and be positive, and then all of a sudden work calls me.
Oh, no, but that's the norm. That is the norm.
IT life, right? Am I right?
Right? Yeah, right. But Willie, don't worry about it. We're gonna get through it today because this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10. All in caps, description down below. Copy the promo code, click on the link, paste in the shopping cart, and that's 10% saved, guys. Plus an additional percentage from the website alone because they have a good sale going out there, guys. But please make sure to check out the site. Click on the link. You know the drill. All right, guys. Make sure also to hit like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification button just to know when comes up amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And a little something in between just to keep you guys, wanting more. And now, let's get started. So, yes, Xbox and Nintendo are in the news today, guys, and it looks like they've been teasing about working together. But again, we talked about this not too long ago about the fact that they're going to try to do something together. Am I right, Willie?
Absolutely correct.
Yeah. So it looks like a new rumor suggests that Nintendo and Xbox will be making an announcement later this year, hopefully, about some big thing they're going to be working on. Now, call me crazy, but I think I already know why there's a possibility of an upgraded Switch this year, because they're going to have to do something with Xbox Game Pass and to play certain those new games and whatnot on a system like that.
I disagree.
Oh, please go on.
I disagree because we've mentioned before that there's a possibility that Microsoft's Game Pass could appear on Nintendo Switch.
True.
Now, that possibility is still alive. And mind you, this is all rumors and conjecture. This comes from a tweet where someone points out that something that Xbox head Phil Spencer was doing, and he had a little a shelf in the background, and there was a Nintendo Switch on the shelf, and people were and there was mentioned that everything that's back there has some significance. Okay, so they're thinking, all right, so the significance is Xbox Game Pass may actually show up on the Switch. That's something that's been discussed before and is a possibility. As to why I disagree, to your point about the needing of a more powerful Switch to play these games,
okay,
no one said anything about porting games to the Switch.
Remember that. Well, it is true. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right.
Remember that right now, Microsoft Game Pass is streaming on Android phones. And just last podcast, we talked about how someone found an exploit to allow you to stream on your PC. So streaming on the Nintendo Switch is very possible and doesn't need upgraded hardware.
Okay. All right. You might have me on that. But I'm still going to be suggesting that they might be doing that because there might be certain games that require a little more oomph to play. Just a little bit, not too much. I mean, for instance, we do have Bethesda and stuff like that within there. And I know they have a lot of high quality games there to play. But yeah, it's going to be basically online and whatnot. I'm not sure they're going to be porting over to the Nintendo Switch. But again, that's just my assumptions of at least news like this.
Well, Bethesda games already are available on the Switch. I mean, you can play Doom on there, and of course Skyrim, because even my freaking calculator has a Skyrim port. But I mean, again, this is all speculation. This is all rumors. Just me and you just picking our brains and coming up with possibilities. It could be either one. It could be none. It could be both.
I don't know. I mean, let's see what's going to happen. I'm actually still looking forward to this to see what's going to happen. This might be a huge change for Nintendo, but I don't know. I'm still going to keep my thoughts about this, and you're going to keep yours. But the real question is going to be for our viewers. Guys, what do you think what's going to happen between Nintendo and Xbox? Do you think that they're going to be doing something along the line, making games together, or might be a reason why Nintendo's trying to beef up their hardware? I mean, again, this is all a speculation of what's going on, but it looks like it's going to be a possible speculation that they're going to be working together sometime this year already. So please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Ask some questions. Let's get something going, guys. And not only that we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch, but we also have an issue with the PS5. Well, not the PS5, the more like the PS3. And that you won't be able to get any more patches for any of the games for the PS3. Willie, being that you're a little more in depth into this article, and also the game, because being you are the PlayStation 3 man, can you fill us in a little more about what's going on here?
Okay, this one pisses me off personally.
Okay,
this has to do with Sony's closing of the PS3 store, the PSN on PSN on the PS3, the Vita, and the PSP later this year, and what it means for game preservation. Like we talked about before, they're going to close the stores first for the PSP and PS3, and then later on during the year they're going to close it for the Vita. That means that there's a lot of digital games that are exclusively on the PS3 or the Vita or the PSP that are going to disappear. And there's games that are available on the 360 where now suddenly they'll become Xbox exclusives because Sony's getting rid of them. That sucks from a game preservation point of view. Just that part right there. Now there's people that are noticing that certain games won't download patches. Like you cannot get patches for certain games. And these are not shit games. I mean, okay, some of them are shit games. I mean, say whatever you want about Castlevania Lords of Shadow. But
okay.
Some heavy hitters, like in the EU, Battlefield 4, Dead Nation, and Ghostbusters the video game, and Gran Turismo 5 are not getting patches. In the US, 007 Legends, which is not a bad game, Dante's Inferno, which is actually a pretty good game, and in all regions, Just Cause 2, which is a fucking shame because that game is amazing. Like it's a growing list. So far, they've noticed 35 games that do not get patches.
That's pretty interesting.
That might not be too problematic for some games because you'll be able to play the game without the patches, but some of them, the patches clear up issues. Like you might have little bugs here and there. I remember when I was playing Street Fighter Cross Tekken, there were a couple of balancing bugs that later patches fixed. If you have the game and you haven't patched it recently, you might not be able to patch it at all now, and that sucks because again, I'm all about game preservation, and it's always good to have the best copy of the game you can possibly get. Closing the PSN store means that now you won't be able to get patches for physical games. That's bullshit.
That's a dickish move right there.
That's bullshit. And another thing about this article that because this is a Destructoid article, and for the most part I have no problem with it, but they're making a comparison between Sony and Microsoft, whereas Xbox, the brand, is very good about wanting to maintain backwards compatibility and preserve games. That's true to a certain point, because you can play all your Xbox One games on your Series X, and digital ones you can play them on the Series S, and they have backwards compatibility for Xbox 360 and OG Xbox games, but not all of them. Don't think that because you have an Xbox Series X, you can play every 360 game that's ever existed. I still can't play Death Smiles famously, which upsets me. Although I do have it in big box, but that's not the point. Yeah, Xbox likes their backwards compatibility, but not everything is backwards compatible. If there was a way to play every single OG Xbox and 360 game on my Xbox One, I'd be very pleased right now. I wouldn't have to have the other consoles out.
That's what I was gonna say. That'd been pretty much a great thing to do. Is have like one system that can play all the old games, and not be able to, you could actually put away the other systems for you not to have such a clutter.
Right. There's been some talk about the PS5 adding backwards compatibility for the PS1, 2, and 3, so you can play physical games. You still, because you're the optimistic one. I'm the pessimist. I'm not just a pessimist. I'm just a big old curmudgeon. I'm just an old man just farting and shaking my fist at leaves. But seriously, if they were to make a PS5, if they were to make the PS5 backwards compatible with everything from PS1 on, I'm buying one. I could put my other consoles away and I just have that one.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Same thing with the Series X. If they go and suddenly say, "Oh no, we decided that we're gonna let everything be backwards compatible," I'm putting all these bitches away and I'm getting a Series X.
Yeah,
a lot less HDMI cables. You've seen you saw me set this up. You helped me set this up.
Look, I helped, and I remember the blood, sweat, and tears that we put setting up that mini little server for games.
You know the absolute hell of copper and rubber that's behind my setup.
Jesus Christ. I don't even want to be reminded.
To reduce that by 4 would be a great accomplishment.
It would be great.
But Sony, meanwhile, is fucking around with physical disc patches now. God damn you.
Yeah. You know what? I totally agree with that pain of yours, Willie. I totally agree. But let's see what happens, man. I mean, this doesn't look like a very smart idea that's happening with PlayStation doing this type of thing. But whatever, man. For whatever case or reason they're doing this, we're gonna have to find out a little more and see what happens. And see. I mean, we just gotta see right now. But let's talk about something that I never thought it was an actual thing, and it's WWE 2K22 will attempt to get their series back on track. I didn't know they were off the rails, to be honest. I totally forgot about that.
Oh no. They didn't just go off the rails. The train station exploded.
Jesus Christ.
There were casualties.
Oh my Lord.
You didn't hear about this?
I don't remember. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
I know we covered a lot of things about video games, but this one right here kind of like have me stunned.
Quick history lesson. So, the WWE 2K series for a while was being developed by a company called Ukes.
Okay.
And they've been in the game since the N64 days. So these are people that, know their wrestling in and out, and their titles have been, for the most part, well received. Not in 2018 or 2019, around that time, Ukes decided that they were tired of rehashing the same thing over and over again because, like other sports titles, the WWE 2K series was an annual series. And they decided they were going to pull back and say, you know what, we're going to reassess how we make the games because we want to make something that challenges us as developers and is something, so we can bring new shit for the gamers. Because 2K games and WWE can't possibly go 1 year without a wrestling game.
That's true. I mean, this year we did get that little cartoony one that came out.
Let me get there.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
2K Games decided to switch developers from Ukes to Visual Concepts. And told Visual Concepts basically, listen, get all this shit, figure out how it works, and make us a new WWE game. The result was WWE 2K20. Not to bag on Visual Concepts. I'm sure they did the best that they possibly could considering the deadlines and the shit they had to work with, but that game was a fucking disaster. So bad that 2K Games actually decided, you know what, for 2021, we're not going to release a new WWE 2K games. Here, have 2K Battlegrounds instead. a cartoony looking title where none of the wrestlers look like the actual wrestlers, and you have to use microtransactions to buy all the ones that are actually good.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't think that I have to tell you that, because 2K games. So yeah, I mean, they announced this during WrestleMania 37, held in Tampa. And whatever. Like, personally, I've been done with sports games for a very long time. I feel for the fans of the wrestling games who got treated like dog shit with 2K20. Like, seriously, everything that could possibly go wrong with that game went wrong. The glitches were amazing. It would crash constantly. And if you bought it on PC, oh yeah, you bought 2K20. That's great. It erases your ability to play 2K19 and below, because that old chestnut. So yeah, it was an absolute. Oh yeah, and WWE 2K20. When it turned 2020, you couldn't play it anymore for a little while. So yeah, a game with the year 2020 in it that you couldn't play in 2020. How does that sound?
That sounds like total horseshit.
Oh well, that's 2K games. I'm sorry, y'all love to bandy about how great Rockstar is and how great 2K games is. The company is shit, and they're proving it to you with this. Let's see how 2K22 comes out. Let me stop bitching for a little bit, please.
All right. Well, let's talk about something that's a little more fun, I guess. Well, we're going to see what to play, though. But it looks like Final Fantasy 14 Online for the PS5 open beta arrives tomorrow. And that sounds awesome. I mean, open beta? That's pretty dope we can play a Final Fantasy game. But The only thing is about this Final Fantasy game, it's not just going to be limited. You're going to be doing a lot of things in this open beta. And I mean, I'm pretty excited about that.
I can be nice now because I can say nice things about Final Fantasy 14.
Please, go ahead.
You don't know anything about this, right?
No, I don't. I don't play Final Fantasy.
Okay.
I just like the fact that it's a free fucking open beta for this, so I'm happy.
Well, Final Fantasy 14 has been around for a while. I was subscribed for a bit, but I couldn't justify playing 2 MMORPGs. I play a lot of WoW.
Indeed.
But it's a really good game. And again, this is one of those games that actually started out terrible. It was like when it first came out, it was horrible. But Square Enix actually tore everything apart, apologized to everyone, and said, "No, we're going to stop this now, and we're going to make it right." Then famously brought back Final Fantasy XIV Online, A Realm Reborn, and the game was way better. And it's been pretty healthy ever since. I mean, you don't see too many MMORPGs anymore that, have any kind of staying power. This one does. Being able to play on PS5 will be great for you. I can't play it because I don't have one.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't be. It's a good game. It's you're basically playing the full game. They said that there's not going to be any limits in this, so yeah, I mean, you can go nuts, and in 4K.
See, that sounds nice. I like that.
You might wanna give it a try, just so you can acquaint yourself with it, so you can see it's a pretty game. I'd like to see what it looks like in 4K. Maybe you should stream it.
Well, it's coming out tomorrow, so I guess I could just download it, as soon as possible and start streaming a little bit of it. That'd be nice. Yeah, I could do that.
It would be.
Yeah. But yeah, so we have that going on, and also Timesplitters 2 4K port hidden in Homefront: The Revolution Discovered. So, what?
This makes me happy.
This part I'm here kind of like, dude, I'm like, my head cannot really wrap around this one. So a full 4K version of Timesplitters 2 has been hiding inside Homefront: The Revolution, and a modder has uncovered the secrets of how to unlock it. So the discovery came shortly after the developer revealed that there's a secret Easter egg, but it took only a bit of it to work and figure out how exactly use it. Polygon reports that a former developer of Homefront, the Revolution developer, Dam Buster Studios, disclosed the secret of Timesplitters 2 was hidden within the code. And as you guys see here, I actually put up the whole codes and whatever for you guys can do that, which is going to be amazing. And I think that's pretty cool that they have that hidden within another game.
I think it's amazing. Number one, because Timesplitters 2 is a fun game. Number two, because the developer decided that it was a good idea to put the full game inside of another game that isn't really good. Homefront: The Revolution, a copy of which I own, so you know I'm going to do this.
Damn right.
Is not a good game. So being able to polish off that turd, pop it in my PS4, and do an admittedly complex code so I can play a better game? Yes, please.
I'll do it too.
Can I have some more?
Oh, well, that's badass. And of course, guys, we're gonna have all this in the description down below. So if you guys want to do this whole Timesplitter 2 4K hidden thing within Homefront Revolution, please look in the description. We have the codes right there, and we put a little bit of the code on our front page there for you guys to check it out. But Willie, well, let's talk about Lucy Liu, and she's being casted in the movie Shazam 2. I mean, yes. Lucy Liu has better days. I'm gonna be straight up and say this. This picture here does not have anything that I can tell right now that I'm like, yeah, I'm okay with Lucy Liu. No, she had better days. I'm pretty sure that she had a dry spell after Charlie's Angels. Because I haven't really heard her in a lot of movies. And I mean, no, I'm wrong. Was she? I mean, after Charlie's Angels, wasn't she in a couple other movies there? Like, oh my god, I can't remember none of them right now.
Truthfully, the one you're gonna know her the most in, as far as action is concerned, is Kill Bill Volume 1.
There we go. Yeah. I wasn't too sure if that was before or after Charlie's Angels.
I'm not sure what she was doing. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and dog her and say that, she's had better days. But, no, I mean, she hasn't been doing action movies. But she got and she got tagged to be in Shazam, the second Shazam movie. And she's not just anybody. She's supposedly a big hitter. Now, I'm going to repeat. I am not the DC guy. That's Cousin Jose's purview. I do know my Marvel, and I know the name Calypso, which is her character.
Yes.
But I know Calypso with a C, not with a K.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she is the sister of Hespera, who's being played by Dame Helen Mirren. And they're going to be, the bad guys. The bad gays.
The bad guys,
Daughters of Atlas, which is one of the people that Billy Batson, a.k.a. Shazam, gets his powers from. So I wonder how that's going to play out.
I don't know. I'm actually, I like this movie. Shazam 1, I loved it. So I'm kind of, I'm looking so much forward to this movie to see what's going to happen. That's unbelievable, to be honest. Like I'm not a huge DC guy, but I like this movie.
No, I mean, I wanted to see more of Shazam. I thought, it didn't do that well in the box office, which I think was a shame because it was a very good movie.
It was.
I think my second favorite movie out of the recent DC movies, number one being Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down with this. Okay, so in other news, Black Panther 2 producer comments on a possibility of Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa, making a cameo. I'm not sure how they're gonna make that. I'm not even sure how they're gonna pull this off, Willie. I'm not even sure how they're gonna make this happen. So it looks like the death of Chadwick Boseman hit many of us hard, which is true. A lot of us grew very fond and attached of him. And besides the fact that he was in a Marvel movie, but in other movies that he's been played in, which he's a good actor. But
that man,
I'm telling you,
that man had a very, very charmed career. He got to play the roles of James Brown, Jackie Robinson, Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall, and T'Challa, of course. Like, those are very choice roles, and he did very well in all roles. And yes, it did hit us hard when he passed away.
Indeed he did.
But I fear what you're about to say next.
Yeah. So once they that all happened, they're still trying to find out what they're going to do with the Black Panther sequel. Questions are swirling up of the upcoming film, and many are wondering what's going to happen. And not only them, us too. We're kind of curious to see how they're going to play off Black Panther 2 without him. So it looks like they're going to continue with the series without Boseman, all right? It's going to happen. But it looks like, I guess they're going to be using some archive footage and digital recreations of T'Challa in this movie. Willie, being that they're going to be doing something like that in that nature, like, what are your thoughts about it? Like, how can we adapt to something like that, knowing that in our heads we know that he wasn't around for this movie, but they're going to be using some old footage or older footage and have some sort of digital recreation of him, pretty much. Like, the only thing that comes to my head was Fast and Furious, when they used this guy's brother in the end
Paul
scene,
Walker's brother
in the end scene when he drove away, which it looked pretty weird because it kind of did look like him, but then in my head I'm like, he looks a little off.
We have the listen. I hate to quote the $6 Million Man, but we have the technology.
Yeah,
it's been used before. They de-aged Carrie Fisher and made her, in all her episode 4 glory at the end of Rogue One. And if you remember, they also did the same for Grand Moff Tarkin, who had passed away years before. Peter Cushing died way before the movie came out.
Yes.
So Grand Moff Tarkin still made an appearance. Most recently, we saw a de-aged Luke Skywalker at the season finale of The Mandalorian, spoiler alert, season 2. That
was crazy. That was actually crazy. You're right.
So they've done it before, and they've done it with people who passed away. Yes, you did bring up how Fast and Furious 7, was it 7? I believe it was 7.
I think it was 7.
When they did put Paul Walker, who passed away before they could finish filming of the movie. It's been done before. I really question the use of it, even when it makes narrative sense. Yes, it's difficult to go ahead and make a Black Panther 2 without addressing T'Challa not being there. At the same by the same token, do you really want to go through the process of digitally recreating a person who passed away just so you can, keep the continuity going? I don't know. That's a tough one for me. I'm very squeamish on that.
Yeah, I mean, all we can do is just wait to see when a movie comes out, or maybe give us some sort of trailers of it. But even with the trailers, we can't really depend too much on it. We just have to wait till the movie comes out. So but then again, I do trust Marvel. I do trust Disney with their actions and how they're going to make things work out. So all we have to do right now is just sit back and wait to see when it comes out and hope for the best. And also, hopefully, this movie will go to a good proceed, for Chadwick, and and for the reason why he died, for a good cause of that, to help out more to find a cure.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And Marvel has navigated tricky things before, never in something like this. Someone passing away while their story arc is still going.
Yeah.
But they've tread the complicated waters before. If there's any production that's going to be able to navigate something like this with some level of dignity, it would be Marvel.
Yeah, I totally agree.
At least Marvel, the way they're currently set up.
Yeah, all we gotta do is just wait and see what happens. Which I pray that it comes out to be the best. But
I hope so.
being that we're on the Marvel subject, please tell me, for the love of God, did you see the sneak preview for the Falcon and Winter Soldier? I mean, there's only 2 episodes left.
Oh yeah.
Look,
I'm actually upset. This weekend, I'm going to be on vacation.
Okay.
Which means that I'm not going to be able to see episode 5 on Friday like usual.
Damn. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but I am gonna be tweeting. I mean, I'm gonna be sending messages and stuff about it like through my ass. So
I'll probably watch it because when we get to the hotel at night, I'll probably watch it, and then we can talk about it afterwards. For those of you who are not watching it, you need to jump on this. Like time. WandaVision had the whole what the fuck aspect of the story, and then how it tied in all those old sitcoms and stuff like that. This was just straight up action, and it's sort of kind of buddy cop, except they don't want to be buddies. But everything going around them in this show is absolutely crazy. And after episode 4's ending, oh yeah, I need to see more.
Yeah, I'm definitely hooked. And the thing is that when they made this series, they weren't even really sure how it was gonna rock, because they just made a very short episode, not even short episodes, but a very short series to see what was going to happen. And the reaction is actually outstanding because everybody wants more, and of course, us over here, we're dying for more. It was a good start. I was like, all right, this is actually a pretty good series. I can't wait to see more. But now I'm at the edge of the point where it's like, wait, there's only 2 more episodes, and now it's when it's getting really hot. No. You can't be doing this to me, Marvel. But yeah, I want more.
I used to ding Netflix because theirs used to go for too long. I used to think that 13 episodes, maybe you went a few episodes too long, because their shows would run out of steam after about 7 or 8 episodes. But this one, holy shit. Holy shit. 6 episodes are not enough. Give me more. Man, although there is talk about how this one, unlike WandaVision, is ripe for a second season.
It might be. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to it because I like this whole buddy, not buddy cop thing that they're doing. You actually can react. You can actually relate to them more when they're not like that, because you're like, okay, I can see why Falcon's like that. I can see why Winter Soldier's like that. But I like the fact the chemistry they have with each other. It's still kind of like a buddy thing going on. I mean, come on, we're gonna do this again. Move the seat up. Nope. And they just drive. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, perfect.
They constantly, digging on each other. Like, basically the whole fuck you energy, but they got each other's back. Sam's like, I gotta go do this. I gotta do it alone. And Bucky's like, I ain't letting you do it alone. You're coming with me. I'm going with you. So it's not, it's something that I'm down with. I'm 100% down with. One thing I'm wondering still is how this was supposed to tie into Black Widow.
I don't even
remember
know.
that. Remember that the whole timeline got fucked up. This was supposed to come out after Black Widow.
Yeah.
And you know how everything is tied in the MCU.
Oh, no, definitely.
Everything leads into everything else. I don't know. I'll leave the storytelling to them because they know what they're doing. But I'm just saying, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm totally in. Totally in. But another thing that's coming up with Willie that I really want to talk about is what's up with Godzilla and Kong. All suddenly now they're raking in the money. They're raking it in. Despite a slow second Friday, the film raked in pretty much $13.38 million, which is not a lot, thinking about it. But versus the Easter weekend holiday, it accumulated 69.5 million domestic gross, which I was like, okay, okay, all right, Godzilla's actually bringing in some heavy ass flow now, so they're bringing in some money. Do we have any word on what's going on here? Because the movie overall for us, we have mixed feelings. I know there's a huge amount of people that liked it, and a little bit less of them that didn't like it. So, what do you think is going on now, Willie, with the movie making so much money now and actually bringing in some good numbers?
Well, first of all, there's a dearth of actual movies out for people to watch.
Okay.
People are getting antsy, like they call it pandemic fatigue, which I'm going to agree with. A lot of people are tired of being cooped up and not being able to do things. They are taking the time to maybe go out and watch a movie in the theaters. Personally, I'm not able to do that yet. I don't have that level of confidence yet in movie theaters, but I'm dying to go back. And have you seen what movie theaters are playing nowadays? They're playing older movies.
Yeah, I've seen and heard about it. And we talked about a little bit of it last year that they were playing like older movies.
Which, you know what, they got to find some reason to open up the theaters if no one's putting movies out. Warner Brothers is sitting pretty with this though. Their deal to have all 2021 movies debut simultaneously on HBO Max and in theaters has worked out because they're playing both sides. Like they want to go and give people content as a reason for them to subscribe to HBO Max, but they want to have they want to give theaters something to go ahead and crow about so that they can bring people into the theaters. And I mean, who knows how HBO Max is working out? They have an investor call coming up soon, I believe, but they don't really give official numbers on how many people watched the show. They're all notoriously secret about that. But you can see that the movie's doing well in theaters. Again, there isn't much to compare it to because the Snyder Cut didn't go out at the theaters. Wonder Woman 84 didn't do well, and Tenet was the first one to go back to to say, oh no, we're going back to theaters. It didn't do well either. So this might have been the movie to get people interested in going to theaters again.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I want a good movie to go back to theaters to enjoy the cinematic adventures. So yeah, I'm ready.
You know what I would like?
What?
For the movie theaters to give me a reason to go to a damn movie theater, other than hey, you can watch this movie. How about improve the experience?
That too. That too.
I've said it before. I go to Cine Bistro because Cine Bistro is at least a different experience. Mm-hmm. It's it's just adults only. They don't have anyone under the age of 18, under the age of 21. I'm sorry, in there, which that hurts their bottom line, but they make up for it by having real food that they bring to you, food and drinks, like food, not not just popcorn and a hot dog. No, they got some good ass food there.
Oh, the freaking burger with the egg on it.
Yes. It's pricey, but it's more upscale.
So worth it. But it's so worth it.
And if they did more stuff like that, it would be great. Now that the animal draft house is going, is going bankrupt because of all this shit, pandemic, we need movie theaters to come up and create unique experiences. What's that theater that's in Aventura that instead of seats, they're beds?
Oh, I don't know, but
they give you your own pillow for you to go and just like fall asleep watching the movie properly.
Oh, that's amazing.
Unique experiences. I've said it before. I've thrown ideas around on how to make shit more unique, and hopefully movie theaters will do it. Attract us by selling us on the theater experience, not just the movie.
Yeah, I mean, people love that, man. People will definitely love to hear something like that.
People will gravitate to that.
Yeah.
Once I have quite a few friends that once they've gone to Cine Bistro, they don't want to go back to a regular theater.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
because it's okay. All you're getting is really nice seats and the ability to be an alcoholic and a glutton while watching a movie. That's enough. That seems to be enough. I prefer that over any crusty movie theater any day.
True. But it's fine. I mean, let's see what happens. And I don't know. I'm just waiting to go back to the theaters. I am dying to go back, and it'll make me very happy to just sit back and watch a good movie in a nice, controlled environment theater where I can be just tranquilo. That's what I want.
Yeah. Sit there and make jokes about polio.
Yeah, that would be us. That would be us all day.
100%.
But Willie, if we're gonna be talking about movies and polios and stuff like that, let's get down to the real thing here. And it looks like Michael B. Jordan is technically talking about why Sylvester Stallone won't be returning for Creed 3. I mean, my thoughts were that, you know, being that he was already kind of like going through cancer and stuff in the last Creed movie and a bunch of things, I would like to suggest that maybe he's done with it and he just died within the movie or something. Like, that's it, he passed away, kind of like a Rocky and Mickey type of moment that, you know, he passed away and Rocky has to keep on going and whatnot. So it looks like Michael B. Jordan pretty much explains why Sylvester Stallone won't be in the next movie. So he was like, yeah, I think that Sly let it be known that he wasn't coming back for this one, but I think you all know that his essence and spirit will still be within the movie, you know. But within Adonis, that he's pretty much gonna cut him off the story, but his spirit's gonna still be in there. Yeah. So I'm okay with that. Like, I don't want to see an older Rocky like trying to do much more than he already did. He already did what he had to do with Adonis. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm all good with that.
I'm good with it. And he actually and Michael B. Jordan actually said that. He said this is a Creed franchise, and we really want to build the story in this world around him moving forward. Yes. So it's always respect and always a shit ton of love for what he's built, but we really want to push and navigate Adonis forward and the family that he created. Yeah. This is Adonis' story. Rocky was just the means for him to get in the ring and do what he had to do.
Yeah, Rocky did what he had to do already.
He's done. You know, it can't be always Rocky and Adonis forever.
I mean, if you want to be technical about it as well, what do you think if a Rocky movie kept on going with Mickey for everything?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's more of the same.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, it's not about it's not that it doesn't have to be about the people around him, but it has to be around him and how he grows. And he's not going to grow as a character if Rocky's behind him.
True.
Then it needs to be a Creed movie.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree with it.
It's like it's well, I mean, this is similar to what's going on with the Mandalorian. Now that Grogu, the baby Yoda, is gone with Luke to go train with him, this is going to be a story about the Mandalorian, and that's the name of the title. It's not the Grogu, it's the Mandalorian.
Yeah, all we did right now, we just followed the Mandalorian for 2 seasons on this one epic adventure with Grogu, technically.
Yes, and it was great. I'm not going to complain about it. But now it's time to, let's see how that works because of all the problems going on with that production.
Yeah.
But, now it's time to find out, okay, what's the Mandalorian going to do? What's his thing now?
Yeah. I mean, all we can do right now is just wait to see what happens, and I can't wait to see more.
I agree. The first 2 Creed movies have been great. And it's been more than just about, Rocky's there. Michael B. Jordan has really brought Adonis Creed to life. And I like where he's headed.
So do I. I look forward to more Creed movies.
I mean, not too many. Let's calm down. I
don't know. Like if I'm gonna say a good number, I'll say 2 more. That's it.
I'm good with a trilogy.
Yeah, a trio. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see how this one ends up then.
I don't want it to be a thing where all of a sudden, it's Creed 5, Creed versus Ip Man. I don't need that in my life.
Man.
Listen, Mike Tyson's already been in an Ip Man movie.
Yeah.
Why not throw Adonis Creed in there?
Yeah, no. Stop. You're gonna give ideas to these people, man.
Call it the mixed martial arts universe.
Oh Lord, stop.
I'm just saying.
You're giving ideas, Willie. You have to stop.
I wanted to end on a nice note and be positive about something, but I can't because I realize that fucking Hollywood.
And with that being said, guys, this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIGEEKS10. All in caps, description below. And make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know we'll come up with amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and a little something in between like always, guys.
Hey.
Yes?
This Friday I'm not going to be here. How are you going to handle that?
I don't know. This is going to be kind of like a Creed moment. I'm going to have to do a montage of you with me in the show, and then I'm going to crush a piece of paper that has nothing on there of my opponents because I have none. And
I demand that if you do a montage of me, you do it with "You're the Best" playing in the background.
Oh God, you damn know I am. You know it, I am. Oh my God, I'm going to play that montage.
You're the Best. I'm going to play with. I have to be with "You're the Best." I know you prefer You Got the Touch, but that's because...
Actually, I was going to go for Hearts on Fire, but okay, fine.
No, fuck that shit.
Oh, no. Please. That's awesome.
You're the best.
All right. I'll put You the Best around.
If it's not going to be if it's not going to be You're the Best, it has to be a Kenny Loggins song.
Well,
it could even be I'm All Right because Caddyshack was good.
Oh, yeah, damn right. But guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And we'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.
Bye.